Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Marco, and in this video, I'm going to talk about are we playing offense or defense, and what that really looks like on a day-to-day basis. But first, I wanted to just come out here. Some of you guys might have noticed that we're in a new location. It's really beautiful out today, but let's jump right into the video. And I think this is going to add value to a lot of people because he has added value to me, big time as well. And I want to be able to share this concept and also I am going to be doing just videos just like this, not too much crazy editing, just adding value so everyone can actually just take action and achieve their goals that they want to this year. Okay, cool. So the question is, are we playing offense or defense? Okay, are we playing offense or defense in life? So I want to start this by sharing a story with you that really helped me out significantly. So if I had continued at the pace in which I was going, I'll be able to afford my current living lifestyle, right? So prior to this, I was, working a 9 to 5 job. I was saving. I was kind of just doing the basic things, maybe saving an extra 500, 1,000, some really good months, maybe save an extra $2,000, right? So, but whenever I saved and I have maybe a nice little chunk of change come in, I would notice that life would happen, right? And I'll have to use that money. So, for example, my car will break down. I would have to go to the hospital, like just basic emergency stuff, or have to help out a family, and everything would just go right back to zero, and you'll have to start the cycle over again. Okay, well, and listening to some of my mentors and reading and just taking notes and really also observing myself, that's when I really came up with, okay, I'm playing defense here, right? In a football game, in order to win, you have to be really good at both parts. You have to be able to play good defense and be able to play good offense in order to win a championship. Okay, and you want to score a lot of points and win and play really good defense so that the other guys don't score a lot of points, right? So you defend really well so they don't score against you, and you play really good offense that you score against them, right? So that's kind of how, like, everyone knows, like any sport, right? It's like that. My favorite sport is soccer. It's kind of like the same thing, right? And the real football, it's the same thing, right? In the U.S. they call it soccer, and in American football it's the same thing. You play really good offense, you score points, and on defense you make sure that they don't score or they score less than you before your time is up. Okay, the same concept is applying in my life, right? And in all of our lives, the same concept here. So when the avenue of credit came into play, this allowed me to be able to play really good offense and also play really good defense. Here's how that works. So I'm kind of like spilling the beans on this, right? Because the answer is, are you playing really good offense or really playing good defense? The answer is both. You want to be really good at both. So here's the offensive strategy. When I really got serious about understanding credit and leveraging credit to acquire assets and using those assets to pay off my liabilities and have more assets paying off my liabilities, leveraging the bank's money rather than my own money, the light bulb went off for me. Because at this point, I can really score a lot of points and still still be good on my defense. Here's how that works. I can leverage my credit by getting business credit cards. Okay. And with the business credit cards, let's say I get a $50,000 business credit card. Okay. I would then use that to acquire an asset of some sort. Okay. And that could be an e-commerce business. That could be an Airbnb business. That could be a Turo business. That could be just my own, credit and funding business, right? Use that to get more employees on board so we can scale my company. I'm gonna just talk about me, exactly what I did, right? Use that to scale my company, have system and processes in play so that there's less errors. Have also system and processes in place so there's less customer service work that's redundant and not customer specific. And also have like a really good office space, right? Computers and all that basic stuff to make sure like everything is running smoothly. Okay, now what that did was once I was able to do that, and we're still doing that without using my own money and those, the little chump change which I was saving up would have taken me years to be able to save up $50,000 or $100,000 to be able to grow and scale this company. And now we have a funding department as well that's also doing the same thing, right? So we have obviously the service of the credit restoration. We also have the funding department, and now I'm coming up with a course to be able to do that. All those things require time, effort, energy of people to be able to run smoothly, right? So we have different people running different parts. That's how that has worked for me, right? And so now that really got me to be able to play really good offense. Okay. Now, in order to play really good defense, let's say the defense is being able to pay down that monthly overhead. Okay, the monthly overhead and whatever the monthly expenses is on those cards. Okay, so because we're generating income more than the output, I'm generating income. Now I can pay whatever the monthly payments are for those business cards without, here's the big defensive strategy, without affecting my personal credit, because I'm playing defense strategically because I have it on my business, not on my personal. So my utilization does not report on my credit report. Okay, the utilization of my business cards does not report on my credit. Okay, so that is such a big deal because strategically now I can go acquire more cards, I can go acquire more funding because my utilization is not showing on my personal. Okay, very good strategic defensive move, kind of hiding utilization a little bit. And then monthly I can just pay down on the business side those while acquiring more offense, more ammunition, more resources, more systems, more employees to be able to grow and scale this business, right? Now, that's a huge part, okay? Another thing that I've been able to do that I want everyone, as I'm saying this, I want this aha moments to be happening for everyone, right? So you can get to do the same thing. Whatever business idea that you want to start up, okay? Rather than, like in my story, saving up little by little to be able to do those things, leverage credit to be able to, grow and scale your business as your business is generating income. Okay, and as your business is generating income, be able to pay down those whatever debt in which you have leveraged, right? And that's just for me the smartest way to be able to use the system to your advantage. Be able to use the system to start and scale your businesses without taking so long to be able to get on playing offense, because we're not going to put up enough points before our time runs out. Okay, if we go that route. I hope you're catching my drift and the metaphors in which I'm using on there. Okay, cool. So that's offense, right? And that's defense. Now, how can this also apply to like day-to-day life besides just our businesses? Okay, so another thing, and I'm realizing as I'm, studying myself and I'm in mentorships and I'm growing, is that time is really, really valuable. Okay. Um, when we're going from 0 to 1 million and are looking to get our first $1 million in sales, or looking to grow your business to your first $1 million, one of the main things to focus on is customer acquisition. Okay. Acquiring customers. And we only have so much time in a day to be able to do it. Okay, so now we're either going to do two things. Number one, hire a sales team to be able to leverage our time. Number two, spend a lot of time just, pounding out sales. But here's the thing: as you are growing and doing that, you're going to need customer service. You're going to need support. You're going to need all those things to be able to support the guys in which you've brought on. Okay, so that's on the business side. Now, how I was looking at this and my mentors and books, in which these just different things in which I'm reading, is like, okay, so I need to be able to maximize my time on acquisition as much as possible while not dropping the ball on support, customer service, because for me that's a really, really big deal. Okay, so how can I do that? There's so much time in a day. We have other responsibilities in our life, family life and personal life, besides just business, right? We want to be, successful all around. Okay, so for me, I start looking at the things in which they're going to take up time. Okay, things that are a need, like food, right? I need to eat. I need to eat food to have energy to be able to produce at a high level. Not just produce, but produce at a high level. Okay, cool. Well, I invest time in food, in like cooking, right? For example. Okay, so I need to eliminate that. I need to eliminate cooking. However, I want food. So what I'm doing right now is looking for a meal prep company that's really, really good and is going to produce good food that I can just, I can just eat without having to spend, because when I meal prep, it's going to take me at least like an hour and a half. And then there's cleanup after the meal prep. And then after all that, I'm like tired to like do anything. Like my feet is hurting. I'm away from what's producing income. Okay, so cool. So that's one, food, eliminating food. Now, another thing to eliminate. Now, this is me playing offense. Okay, I'm playing offense here. How can I eliminate that? Okay, still replace it, cover my back end because I need it, but at the same time, get it and still be productive. So once I eliminate food, the next thing I take a look at is I am a sucker for a clean environment. Okay, and a simple environment. It's crucial for me. My environment has to be clean. So chores. I am going to then hire cleaners to be able to clean the house, because it's going to take me, if I'm going to do this on a Saturday typically, it's going to take me like at least 2 hours or more to clean up the house and have it the way that I want it. Now, I can keep doing this and losing time that I'm not going to get back, or I can hire it out, and whatever they're going to charge me, I could just go replace it in my sales. Does that make sense? Like, hire out that task, use that time to go focus on more sales so I can pay for that task 2-3 times over. Now I'm getting my time back in food, in chores, and just simple things like that, right? Like, I got a lot of these concepts from like Sam Ovens has been huge, like influence on being able to like eliminate a lot of these things. He has a dope YouTube channel. You guys definitely check him out. He really goes in depth in this. But in applying it myself, I am seeing this like, man, okay, so if it's going to cost me, let's just say $500 for food for maybe like 2 weeks, for like a really good meal prep company. Okay, cool. How can I? So that would be like $1,000 a month, right? on food. Um, how can I make $3,000 in, this is 2, 4, 6, 8. This is going to cost me 8 hours to make the food, right? For 4 weeks. How can I, in that time, 8 hours, generate at least twice the amount or 3 times the amount it's going to cost me for a meal prep company, right? So starting to like really systematize my life, and using that kind of reasoning to make those decisions is like really, really cool for me, right? And as I'm sharing this, I'm hoping, people are also getting this aha moments, like how crucial this is. Like it's really, really crucial to be able to make these type of decisions. Okay, so as I was recording that, the handyman comes in to fix something. So this is as beautiful, as real as it gets. Okay, so back to finishing up this train of thought. So being able to systematize my life to be able to scale up is crucial. So now I just eliminated 4 hours every 2 weeks to be able to be more productive and have more time to actually think. Okay. And now that's 8 hours a month. Okay. That's a whole day of work, right? Times that by 12, you can see where this is going. That's just on food. Now on chores, if you say 2, 3 hours, they say 3 hours realistically every 2 weeks for like in-depth cleaning. That would be 6 hours. Now, besides the time, the energy cost of this, like there's huge amount of energy being used for this thing that's just on repeat. Like I have to do this every 2 weeks. So the 6 hours plus a week plus the energy and the so much, like so easier to be able to get that delegated and then have that time back to be able to be way more productive and play better offense and curve my downside, meaning my defense, making sure my defensive strategies are in play. So I say that to say this: we get to take a look at our lives and look at, man, am I playing defense or am I playing offense? Okay. Most people are playing defense alone, like I was just really saving, really crunching, meal prepping, like doing all these things that it makes sense, especially if you don't have the offense, if you don't have the capital to be able to do those things, right? It made sense for me at the time in which I was doing it. And when I got exposed to this information of, man, you can actually use credit to leverage, and then once I leverage and start generating income, I can then systematize my life by eliminating those things that are taking up my time, so I can use that time to be a lot more productive, right? By now, okay, cool, we can now leverage that credit, eliminate those tasks, get our time back, and which helps the economy, and because now we're giving someone else work, right? And all that stuff. But more importantly, we get our time back. And isn't that all we really want? To be able to buy back our time, right? We have things in place and processes in place that work for us, so we can really, generate income and grow and build and be, right? It's like, that's the whole point of all of this. So that's what I've been like really implementing, you guys, and I know as entrepreneurs who are at scale of 10 to 100 million and implementing these things. Even some of us, if we're not there just yet, if we start those habits now and having those principles in play, it would allow us to scale so much faster, because now we're implementing those shortcuts in thinking and eliminating those things that are going to be a bottleneck for our time to be able to go out and make an impact. So that's the power of credit, you guys. Like, it's the power of credit. That's the power of time. That's the power of mentorships, to be able to create shortcuts and make things work faster and smoother and more efficient especially with leverage. Like anyone that's built wealth has leveraged other people's money, other people's time, other people's expertise in order to build something beautiful or epic for themselves, for the world, and so forth. So I know you found value. So I would love you to comment, like, share. And if you didn't, let me know. Like if you didn't and it was like, Mark, I already know this, or like maybe you happen to have some more tips that would even make this a lot better. Put it in the comment box. I love to read it and hear it and respond and go from there. But that's all for now. See you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.